Good afternoon, everyone. This is Marita from Spiritual Serenity. Welcome to another video. I was guided to do a twin flame reading yesterday, but I couldn't get to it, so I'm doing it today. So this is kind of like a midweek update. So we have the divine masculines first. So the divine masculines are making a decision. So some of the divine masculines, if they're in a karmic relationship, they're coming out of that right now. They're deciding whether they should continue on or break up, because they're kind of understanding, the ones who have not left the karmic relationship, especially the karmic love relationships, karmic partnerships, they're considering and seeing what's right, what's more relevant to them, because of these energies that are coming in, there's more harmony. There's a lot of clearing of layers of gunk, or these layers that were keeping him kind of blinded, So now no one can trick anyone anymore. Everything is coming to light. It's kind of like everything is out in the open, in the fourth density. That's what I'm getting, fourth density for some reason. And everything is coming out to light. You can see exactly who people are. So now they're seeing that the relationship that they thought was the right one probably isn't the right one. And they're seeing the reasons why. They're seeing that it just doesn't seem as stable as they thought it might be. And there's higher forces at work that bring more of a balance into situations, and they can see that now. They can see how to balance things out, how to proceed from where they are. For example, if this karmic relationship was bringing them joy a few months ago, now they are seeing the shortcomings. They're seeing that the love may not be as deep as they thought, So and this could be any other karmic relationships too, and the same things apply, like the rapport or the emotions that kept this relationship together before. It could be family, it could be friends that are karmic, that it's coming to light now, and they're feeling in their gut like something is not right. So this is leading the divine masculine to make choices, because life is continuously about choices. You have to continuously assess what is right for you and what is not right for you. So although it's hard, there's a lot of strength in the divine masculine to handle these situations well and to everyone's favor. So there's a lot of this strength, while the emotions are just come out. But there's a lot of strength also to handle these emotions and process them properly. And for another group, there's this revival of this past love interest or crush or divine feminine. If you have left her, there's that past reminiscing emerging. It's like you're remembering the past, you're reminiscing the past with the divine feminine or some other lover or some other person that you held dear to your heart. So it's like these, you're reassessing what happened, how maybe you two fell apart, and there's that desire to revive the relationship for some of you. So there's again, divine intervention at work. What's meant to be will be, what's not meant to be will not be. So there's that that factor of what's for the highest good is involved in this situation. So whatever that is not in the highest good will not take place. But it's just that these days you're just going through all these different relationships that you've had, maybe like karmic, present or past, especially like the very significant ones, and you're assessing like, what was the important parts of it, how it made you feel, and if you're not in communication or in contact, to get in touch with them. And this applies especially to divine feminines if you're in no communication or separation. Because the end goal is to make a decision to create this family, create happiness, find love, like true and everlasting love. And bring this balance of masculine and feminine energies, and just generally bring a balance into life. Have a more fulfilling life, have everything balanced. There's nothing like too much of suffering or less suffering. Like it's like since 2012, a lot of people's a lot of light workers, twin flames, their life just became like so hard and difficult. So like they've been through such a hard journey that that pendulum has swung so far to one side that it has to balance it out. That's the law of karma, and it just has to balance. So it went from like side to side, and now we have just come to a place where it's balanced. So that's what we are working towards. That's what you're working towards. So it's kind of like you have to reassess, you have to revisit the situations, the relationships, and assess. Did you make a good decision letting that person go, or did you not make a good decision? So something like that. Ultimately, the end goal is to find harmony. So that's the reading for the divine masculines. For the divine feminines, we have the Queen of Cups and Seven of Pentacles. So you guys are being worked on. Upgrades, DNA upgrades, and these different types of codes that are relevant to each and every one of you. They're all coming in, especially sun codes through the sun. There's a lot of downloads happening, and pretty much that's what you're going through right now. Just a lot of upgrades and repairs to the body. There's a lot of because of the things that would have happened in your life, you probably would have had a lot of issues. Now you have some health issues. Those are being worked on. Stress, nervous system impacts. So stress has really been a huge cause of issues, health issues, for the divine feminines especially, and the divine masculines also. But for the divine feminines, the reading just indicates that they're being worked on. And there's a mention of adrenaline exhaustion, where there's too much of stress to the point where you can't really handle it, when everything is just falling apart. It just became like a wreck. So now the impact that was caused on your body due to all these different health issues, stress, environmental concerns, and all these things are being repaired right now. Any DNA implications, any health issues, any spiritual body issues, emotional, mental issues, they're all being taken care of, because you're just upgrading. So rest when you have to, just sleep. If you feel tired, just sleep. Don't feel guilty. I am one of those people too. I feel really bad. I'm sleeping, but then you know what, I'm really tired and I don't feel like doing stuff sometimes. My brain is just it's not working these days. I'm upgrading my third eye and crown, and I think I have couple of blocks in my, just one more block I think, in my throat chakra. So I can't figure out like what's the block to let go and heal. So I'm working on figuring that out. And so it's like whenever I feel like whenever the chakras are being upgraded, sometimes you just like it just doesn't work. That area doesn't function as well as you need it to. So the best thing is to sleep. Like my eyes are hurting and I'm having like a little bit of itchy skin on my face, and my face hurts because of the upper chakras being worked on. I had a lot of scalp issues, but I've been using this Brahmi powder and what was the other one? I forgot. What's the other one? It's like a powder. You mix it and you put it into your hair before you take a bath. Leave it on for like 30 minutes. And that helps with like the skin dryness. Oh, Brahmi and Amla. Amla and Brahmi. So Brahmi is also called Gotukola. So I mix the powders together, and sometimes I mix it with a little bit of yogurt, but I don't really buy yogurt anymore. So that helps. So there's a lot of like natural things that you can do. Applying aloe vera on your skin if it's like hurting, smarting, if it's dry. Turmeric plus yogurt also is really good. Gram flour, you can mix gram flour with some turmeric powder. That is also good, in some water, some lemon, a little bit of lemon. So yeah, just there are a lot of stuff that you can use to gain relief. And for the body also, if it's like itching, you can just put some aloe vera and take a lot of like anti-stress, anti-anxiety nervines. Those really help, especially if you feel really blocked in some areas that you just when it feels blocked and there's a lot of pressure and it just feels like resistance. Just take a nervine or something, and maybe it helps you fall asleep. And when you're sleeping, the upgrades and repairs become much more easier. But yeah, like sometimes you just can't sleep. I get it. So yeah, at least like lay down if you can, whenever you can. So like lying down, not trying to be resisting or in control helps a lot, because the chakra system has to create that flow again. The channels have to be cleared and create that proper flow for the energy to travel through, especially between the physical body and the other bodies, like the mental and spiritual, emotional. They all have to just use the body to experience things, and when the body experiences things from the senses, those get sent to the emotional body to create this emotional feeling, emotional reaction. So that's based on whatever you have experienced before, or whatever you have, like it's a new experience, and then it gets sent to the mental body for it to be stored as an experience. So it gets like categorized and put along with others if there are similar experiences, or as a new category. It's just how the body functions. So for these things to flow properly, for you to process the new experiences properly, and to be more aware and more conscious, the channels have to work in sync. That's the message for you guys today, the Divine Feminines. Just rest and let the body be renewed. So thank you all for joining me today. Thank you so much for your subscribes, likes, and comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Signing out, this is Marita from Spiritual Serenity. we come across anything that actually uses animal products. And of course we have a lot of sugar cane in Sri Lanka, so we use sugar, but not to an extent how they eat sugar in like the first world countries, because we're a third world country. So it's you see, like it's that agenda, the part of that agenda where it's like you're put in situations and that traps you, and then this consumption of meat. For example, these are all just examples, but they all contribute to the ongoing issues. Like chickens are injected with hormones. Those hormones create this imbalances of hormones within us, and that's like one of the leading causes of infertility and female reproductive issues, because those injected hormones create these bad hormones instead of promoting the good hormones. So it's like excessive hair, menstruation problems, irregular periods, like there's so many fibroids, like the cysts in your ovaries. It's a lot of stuff. So it's like now the human collective is waking up. They're seeing all these causes and effects of things. You know, how like trees are just cut down year after year. People are becoming more and more conscious because like better options are available. Sustainable living is available. Sustainable products are available. Vegan products are available. You know, people are starting to grow gardens at home. So it's like that that whole change in the collective that is moving away from the current problems that are affecting everyone as a whole. The whole of Earth is literally just like moving slowly but surely moving away from these things, and people are becoming more and more aware of what is going on. You know, there's it's like the waves are cutting through the denials and making everything so apparent that people cannot deny it anymore. It's like right there in their face. So that like no matter, like there are pessimistic people, and they will say, oh no, that's not true, blah blah blah, but it's gonna be like the waves that are coming in puts the truth out there, because we're shifting to a higher consciousness. So that higher consciousness particles are coming in, and they penetrate through the whole collective, that they go through these incidences sometimes to help them realize and see the truth. And it's like you can't deny these things any longer, you know. And then I have like a bunch of goose here today, like a lot of them, and the message they gave from their collective is that the great time of change is here. The great change is here, and they're like really very apparent about it. It's like time to prepare for the change. I mean, it's like we've been preparing, so it's just like they just said like the great change is here. So yeah. For those who don't know what animal totem messages are, different animals bring different messages to teach the humans. Like we all teach each other, and each animal represents a type of medicine that when they show up in your life, you just look up for the meaning, and they help you work through things that you're struggling with. So it's like a shaman type of medicine that you can go deep into it, or you can use it on a day-to-day basis. Like if you see a certain animal, they represent a certain message to you. But sometimes you can get, like what I do is I get a channeled message from them, like a transmission. So when they come, I accept the message, and it comes down as a download. of what they want to share based on what they teach. It's like different healing crystals have different jobs, but different animals also have different jobs, different plants also have different jobs. So it's kind of like that. That's how interconnected everything is. Everything is so interconnected, like the colors, it's like the doctrine of signature in the plants. Like everything is so interconnected. What's within, so without. So it's like, so that's what it is. Animal totems, animal messages. So I work with that. I work with the animals to deliver messages from them, and when they show up, I figure out like what they're trying to deliver, what message they're trying to deliver, and then I transfer, like, I use that for myself or for other people. So yeah, that's the reading for today. And once again, happy equinox. And it's really a time of rapid changes. So rapid, everything is coming out to the light. The truth is coming out. You, like the people who are bringing negative influences to the human collective, to Earth, they're being brought to light, and like it's just like they're not going to be able to continue any longer. The human collective, humans as a collective, are regaining their power. So now it's like that, a time of rapid changes. So just follow along with your gut feeling or your guidance, and really go within instead of looking and searching from like other people for guidance. You can you can get advice and learn like lessons from them, but don't make it a habit to constantly go and ask people, like being dependent. Like really just come to a place where you can depend on yourself and find and discern the truth for yourself. Like it's like honing your intuition is very important at this time. So that's the message for today, and I will see you again on a different day for a different message. Take care.